Hiya, I'm Katie. I'm one of the lead artists on the Plugin project, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Arts Award, and in particular the A section, the taking part section. So I think of this as kind of being about preparation, recording and reviewing. So we're going to talk through those different stages. So let's talk about number one, preparation. You've obviously been advised to take part in this Arts Award because you've got an interest in the arts in some way. So have a think about what kind of activity you'd like to take part in. So your arts activity could be anything. For the Plugin project, we're here specifically to help you write your own music. But within that, it can be very, very broad. And that's what I quite like about the Arts Award, is that it's super open. And actually, that's what I like about art itself. There is no one definitive way of doing something. And actually, the more free you are, the better. And the bonus of that as well is that there's no way that you can get anything wrong. So, for example, you might want to start like writing your own bars if you're a rapper, or maybe you want to write some bars for a rapper friend. You might want to brush up on your ukulele skills. Maybe you could write a chord progression. You could start programming your own beats with a computer. You could be working as part of a group to get a band started, or maybe you want to work with someone, you want to write lyrics and they could sing the song for you. So this section is, as I've said, is very open. Recently I wrote a song with someone using their burps to make the drum kit. So feel free to experiment here and go a bit wild with your creativity. It can be something that you've never done before, or it could be something that you've got a little bit of experience doing already. So it's up to you. Okay, so number two, this is where you record your arts activity and what you did. Now you might want to do this in kind of conventional way, just sort of an arts log where you date and say what exactly you did, or perhaps like an arts award diary. You might want to take pictures, you might want to film if you have the right permission, you might want to draw pictures. You could write like a blog post, or do a radio station interview with someone with you or your arts advisor. Again, the good thing about the Arts Award is that you just need to prove that you took part in all of the aspects of it. So if you feel like your creative activity has just used up all your energy, all your creative energy is spent, then just like record a voice note saying what you did, or write down a simple log of what you did that day. Okay, number three, reflection. So you've taken part in your activity. What did you learn about taking part? Is there anything that sort of stayed with you in your mind that you didn't think you knew before? Have you developed any new skills? What would you say are your three favourite things about what you achieved during your arts activities? So I really like the reflection section, because I think while we participate in things, it's very difficult to notice that we're developing. It's easier for people outside to see it rather than us from within. So taking a moment to do this after an activity can show us that we've got the capacity to do all sorts of things. And creativity it's such an unknown thing, really. We know that every human has this ability and everyone enjoys participating in creative activities. But there are lots of misconceptions really about creativity, I think. Some people think that they can't take part in creative activities because they don't have skills. And in my opinion, I think that's rubbish because I believe that everyone is creative. And we just need space and time to grow our creativity. We don't really fully understand the nature of it, and it is a phenomenon which science can't really explain, but we do know a few things about what we need to do to be creative, and space and time, as I've suggested already, is very important. Sometimes we have skills attached to our creativity that if we refine, we can help aid our creativity flow. Another misconception, I think, is that people are born with these skills, and they think, oh, you know, either you've got it or you haven't. Again, another thing that I think is completely rubbish. I guarantee you that anyone that you sort of look up to in the arts world they have spent so much time learning their skill, practicing, working on improving as much as they possibly can. There are probably, you know, a real small minority of people that are just born with this, like, you know, they could write a book when they're like 2 or something, you know. And one more thing about creativity, I think, is that it requires like a lot of confidence, and not just sort of your, maybe what you might imagine the word confidence means. So like, could you stand up in a room full of people and hold a speech? Not that kind of confidence. I mean the kind of confidence that makes you not mind what other people think. Because when you don't mind what other people think, it can make you really free. And again, you might think that this kind of confidence is something that you're just born with, but you aren't. This confidence is something which you need to practice, which I have to practice every single day. And it's something that you will definitely gain through doing your Arts Award. So lastly, just to finish, I want to show you this guy. His name is Antonio Carlos Jobim, okay, or he likes to be called Tom Jobim. And he's considered to be one of the most important songwriters of the 20th century. He internationalised the Brazilian-style bossa nova, and he made music with and for some of the biggest names in jazz. So I'm going to show you a clip of a song called the One Note Samba. And as you might think from the name, it is mainly built upon one note. So the main tune has one note, then it moves to another, and then it goes back to our main note. Here you go, have a listen.
This is just a little samba built upon a single note. Other notes are bound to follow, but the root is still that note. Now this new one is the consequence of the one we've just been through, as I'm bound to be the unavoidable consequence of you.
So, as you can see, Mr. Jobim had the confidence to make a song out of a very, very simple idea, and he even made the lyrics about that idea too. So his silly idea, probably no one had done, and at least no one had been confident enough to do it themselves, and he decided he's going to make it. And it turned out that a lot of other people liked his funny idea, and it's gone down in history now. So anyway, I've totally gone off on a tangent about creativity, but I really enjoy this subject. So basically I want to tell you to open up your mind, enjoy this section and be ready to give something a go. I think you're gonna really have a good time. Bye!